I can already feel it coming. I'm about to get really passionate and amped up, so here's your disclaimer or warning, whatever you want to call it. This could go two different ways, and I could see it happening both ways. It could be really, really good, or it could also be really, really bad. Ask and you shall receive. I had an entirely different video planned for tonight, and matter of fact, I wasn't even going to speak on this subject, but you guys were blowing me up, so you're getting what you want. I had a bunch of you sending this to me, tagging it to me. I appreciate that, and I get it. It's a big deal. We're talking about Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't Chattanooga State Water Aquarium Community College. This is Alabama. I know Georgia went back-to-back. Kudos to them, and that's good for them, but Alabama's still the gold standard. When you think of college football, you don't think of Georgia. You think of Bama. And that's just how it is. However, to all my Georgia fans out there, you want another title? That conversation might start to change. But anyways, getting back on track here, anytime and every time there's a new hire at Alabama on the offense or defensive side of the ball, it's a big deal. When it comes to having a lot of pressure, I don't think there's any more pressure at any other school than being an Alabama defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator. You know why? And we've talked about it all throughout this season. Anytime and every single time Alabama loses a game, what do all the casual Bama fans do? They blame the offensive coordinator or the defensive coordinator. Most Alabama fans will never for a second blame the players or blame Nick Saban. It's always offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. If you think I'm wrong, well, why don't you just sit back and think about it for a second, because I beg to differ. I'll tell you this much, there's a lot of great offensive coordinators that wouldn't even go near that Alabama job for that one reason. I want you to think about this. Bill O'Brien and Pete Golden, they did I'd say a B-, B+ job, and the fans hated them. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, I don't know what will. Don't worry, I'm not here to talk about the past with Bill O'Brien or Pete Golden. I'm here to talk about the future. What's next? You know what? Hold on. Before I get too amped up, I'll leave you with this. I am going to tell you the cold, hard truth about Alabama's new offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees. I'm going to tell you how I really feel about this guy, and to all my Alabama fans, you might not like what I'm going to say. It is what it is. We've got a lot to talk about in tonight's video. You already know the intro. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider joining one of the why did I say one of? No. It is the best college football community on YouTube. All right, Matt, blah, shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, jumping straight into things. Look, I don't got time to waste. I got a pot pie in the oven. Okay, let me explain myself. I know that might have caught some of you off guard, and I know it's random. You're probably going, Matt, why do you have a pot pie in the oven? Who eats pot pies in 2023? That is a great question. Let me explain this before we really get into things. I haven't even had a pot pie in probably 6, 7, 8 years. And oh yeah, by the way, to give you some context, this is a chicken pot pie. The reason I have one in the oven is because I was at Publix, my local grocery store, and I was going down the aisles. I was like, man, I don't really want no fast food tonight, but I want one of those warm, heart-healthy, home-cooked meals, but I don't want to cook it. You know how that goes. And I saw a pot pie for $1 in the freezer section. And the first thing that came to my mind is, number one, I would love a pot pie. But number two, do I really want to take a chance on it? Is it really going to be that good? But then I thought about it. It was only $1. So worst case scenario, I wasted $1 on it, and it don't matter. If I don't like it, I'm not wasting it. I'm going to eat it. That's just how I am. I don't waste food. Whoa. Hold on. Actually, my oven's beeping right now. The pot pie is done. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I feel like a lot of you think I'm joking, but I actually took a picture of it, Matt. Pop it up on the screen right here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that pot pie is looking like a 10 out of 10. You know what? At the end of this video, I'm going to take a bite or two out of it, and I'm going to tell you how it is. We got to lock in and get down to business. I don't even know how we got on a pot pie rant for 2 minutes, but I apologize. Getting down to the nit and gritty, Alabama officially hired a new offensive coordinator today, and he goes by the name of Tommy Rees. Tommy Rees was Notre Dame's offensive coordinator last year. I can already feel it coming. I'm about to get really passionate and amped up, so here's your disclaimer or warning, whatever you want to call it. First things first, as a Bama fan myself, am I extremely excited about this? Is this awesome news? No! There's nothing to be excited about whatsoever. And any Alabama fan that's trying to get you excited about this and trying to tell you this is big time news, they're lying to you. And matter of fact, they're lying to themselves. No Bama fan that actually knows what they're talking about, or any college football fan at that, think this is some huge pickup, because it's not. I really do wish I could come up here and try to hype this up to you guys, because I am a Bama fan, but I'm not that type of person. I'm going to tell you how it is, and there's nothing to be excited about with this hire. To piggyback off of that even more, I'm sick and tired of seeing all these people in the media on ESPN or wherever trying to hype this up. Because in reality, if any other school would hire Tommy Rees, we wouldn't even be talking about it. Nobody would bat an eye. This is one of the most mediocre hires you're ever going to see. And when I say mediocre, that has nothing to do with Tommy Rees whatsoever. What I'm referring to and trying to get at here is you got fans out here trying to act like this is a Lane Kiffin hire when it's not. This is simply a mediocre hire, and that's all there is to it. Much respect to Tommy Rees, but I label this as mediocre because he doesn't have much of a resume at all. Just going off of the cold hard facts here, and this is what I'm going to present to you all throughout this video, he was a quarterback coach at Notre Dame from 2017 to 2019, and recently he was offensive coordinator from 2020 through 2022. Which is all fine and dandy, I'm not knocking the guy, but it's nothing to get excited about. Nerd Matt is officially in the building. Check out some of these stats and numbers. Last year, Notre Dame was under center 58 times, and Alabama was only under center 12 times. Last year, Notre Dame was in a pistol formation 129 times to Alabama's 84. I know what you're sitting there saying, yo Matt, what in the crap does that mean? Well, it should give you a perspective and an example that Tommy Rees, he's more of your pro style type of coordinator. Whereas Bill O'Brien, he was more so of spread it out. Tommy Rees reminds me a lot of Alabama in 2011, 2012, which is a great thing because I would love for Alabama to run the ball a little bit more than they have the past couple of years. So that's what you should expect out of Tommy Rees while he is at Alabama, some of that old school type of play. And to be brutally honest, I think Tommy Rees and Nick Saban are going to get along better than Bill O'Brien and Nick Saban. I know it seems like I'm giving him a hard time already. It has nothing to do with him. I'm more so of talking about everybody hyping this up for no reason. There's nothing to hype up. This is a young guy that's just getting into coaching. Take nothing away from him, we all start from somewhere, but pump the brakes, Bama fans. One thing I really like about Tommy Rees, though, is he is young and he can relate to the players. I love that aspect because I love when we had Kirby Smart running the defense because Kirby Smart was still relatively young and he related to the guys. I feel like bringing in Tommy Rees, he can relate to the quarterback. He can relate to the running back wide receivers, whereas Bill O'Brien, he's almost like an old Scrooge. Here is the biggest truth about Alabama's new offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees. Nobody, and I mean nobody whatsoever, actually knows how good he is. And anybody that tries to tell you he's bad at his job or he's good at his job, they're straight up lying. There's not a large enough sample size. He was only an offensive coordinator for a couple of years at Notre Dame, and Notre Dame doesn't have the talent that Alabama has. So for all these people in the next couple of months that are going to try to convince you and just straight up lie to you and say, oh, I think he's going to do a great job at Alabama, I think he's going to do a bad job, they don't know. I'm telling you right now, as to where it stands, I don't know how great of a hire this is because he's a young guy that's not established. This could go two different ways, and I could see it happening both ways. It could be really, really good, or it could also be really, really bad. That is the truth. Although I trust Nick Saban, just because he hires somebody, it doesn't automatically mean that it's an A+ hire and it's going to work out perfectly. I trust Nick Saban and I believe in him, but this is going to be something we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out. We don't know, and I want you to understand, Bama fans, it's okay to say, hey, I don't know if this new guy's good or not, but I'm willing to give him a shot. That is the perspective that I would like all these Bama fans to have. Don't have expectations for this guy heading into the season. Just come into it like a new open relationship. That's what I'm going to do. I'm hoping for the best, but if we get the worst, I'm not going to be shocked. I could go on and on. I'm going to end it off there. Oh, wait. Let me try that pot pie real quick. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to show you guys the picture. That was one of the best pot pies I've ever had. I don't even know what to say to my words. Okay. 9 out of 10. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts down below. But 1 minute!